Hello everybody, my name is Wayne Liang, the Aragon watch designer, and welcome to our Aragon watch review. This is going to be the July 4th weekend, and then we want to introduce the Parma series with the NH35, and this is the final of the Parma collection. So what we have here is 2 sizes and 6 variations. Okay, this is very cool. I want to talk about it a little bit first. Is we are going to have what we call the sunray dial, what we also going to call the silicone crystal. Okay, we've introduced it in the previous Parma before. And then the last and the final is what we call the laser champagne dial. It's very cool. 2 sizes, one is 45 and one is 50 millimeter. The thickness of the watch, okay, so we have to go to this. The case is about 10 millimeter in thickness and the bezel is about 5. Okay, so and add on another about 2 millimeter for the case back. So the total is 17. But when you wear it, okay, the case back is going to sit on your wrist. So basically, what you're seeing, your watch thickness is about 15, plus or minus. It's very cool. What we have done is we have the green lume glows green, very bright, by the way. I like green lume glows green better, is because there's a contrast on the bezel and also it glows brighter. But I do understand a lot of people, they like the white lume. It blends in really nicely. So this is green lume glows green. And then for the bezel, we have brushed stainless steel. We also have IP black bezel, and also the final is the IP blue bezel. So a lot of choices, very exciting. And I also want to talk about the bracelet. Okay, so the bracelet is a 3-piece link construction, and the center link is slightly a millimeter higher than the side links. It builds solid, it builds like a brick. Really enjoy it. And the center links looks like what we call the chocolate cutting, When we get a close-up, I will mention this one more time. So let's come in, and I'm going to introduce every single one, color at a time. So the bottom row is the 50 millimeter. This is what we call the laser champagne crystal. I mentioned dial before, but the proper term is laser champagne crystal. So you can see certain angles, you see this blue reflection, and most of the time under the light you see this champagne color. This is my first choice. It's the most special one. You might have seen it from a previous, what we call the power jet before. This is we're reintroducing again. Okay, so the next one here is what we call the silicone crystal dial. Okay, and how we have done it is we're using the high pinion NH35. So the hands, our hand and the mid hand canyon is much higher than these regular ones. Okay, so silicone crystal dial with brushed bezel. Okay, so over here, now this is cool. This is very cool. This green is a brand new green Pantone. And I would say it's closer to the Admiral green. Okay, it's not a lime green, it's more like an Admiral green. I have used this term with the Regeneron before, but this is slightly darker than that. Okay, with all black hands, black hour index, IP black bezel. Okay, very cool. And over here, very fresh. What we have is like that turquoise aqua dial we've done before. Black hands, black hour index, IP blue bezel. Okay, very fresh combination. Now the final 2 will be IP black bezel, okay, with the silicone crystal dial. And the last one is IP blue bezel with the silicone crystal bezel. Dial, sorry, silicone crystal dial. I was just staring at the dial, that's why I lost my words. I'm going to pick up just any one of this. I'm going to pick up this one. There's not a bad choice, guys, I have to tell you. Remember what I mentioned about the center links, okay, is slightly higher than the side links. This bracelet is built like a brick, and this chocolate cutting links, center links right here is very, very cool. 120th rotating bezel, chapter ring design, 9mm screw down crown for the 50mm. Exhibition case back, I've shown it to you. Love this. All right. And then water resistance is 200 meters or 660 feet. So let me introduce you to the 45mm. Very nice. And the crown is 8mm. All right. So I'm going to put them on so everybody can see at home can see the size perspective. I'm going to put on, excuse me. I'm going to put on the green first. Okay. It's really nice, guys. All right, this is how it looks. This is how it sits on my wrist. Very cool, isn't it? It just wrapped around your wrist. You don't have to worry about that. I'm going to put on the laser champagne crystal. Even the 50mm, if you wear it on your wrist, this is how it looks. This is how it wraps. The links and the bracelet, that's, you know, the first end link right here and the bracelet, it's just drop and hug your wrist. Very comfortable. It's very hefty, by the way, I gotta tell you, because the way we construct our case and the bracelet is very, very high quality. And the last one I want to show everybody is the silicone stone. Silicone crystal dial. Okay, that's what we call it. Look at this. Love it. All right, now, and the last combination, it will be an add-on, okay? So every single watch comes with the solid stainless steel bracelet. But what we have two examples over here is to show you this red, white, and blue NATO strap, what it would look, okay? If you modify it yourself, it's an add-on on the website. Okay, this is how it's gonna look. Let me try to do this. You know, it completely changed the look of the watch, okay? I know a lot of you guys like to modify your own watches and switch with different straps and different bracelets and so forth. Very nice. So once again, if I forgot to mention what kind of movement is in this watch is the SII NH35, okay? So NH35. So very nice, and we are going to debut this Parma 2 NH35 this weekend to celebrate the July 4th. This is why we have the whole collections here. Now again, I appreciate everybody tuning in. If you like our watch review, please subscribe and follow us and give us a like. Okay, thank you so much, and this is the Parma 2 NH35.